you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. Morning's going great. Got up, got my cup of coffee, took Maxine for a walk this morning. Are you happy for your walk? She's like, if I could only talk, Mom, but I cannot. She was glad. She was waiting. We got up a little bit later and she was just like sitting by the door. I'm like, I know, I'm going to go, I promise. So we got up and went. She like doesn't let me sit down, so that's a good thing. So we went and got a nice walk in, came home, sat for a little bit, listened to some of God's word, and then I was thinking about what I'm doing today, and I'm like, oh, I forgot an ingredient that I normally don't usually need on baking day, but I need it today. And what is that? It's milk. I'm out of milk. I'm out of milk completely. So I was like, oh. So I'm like, do I revamp? Normally, now, if I lived in the mountains where it took me 20 minutes to get into town to get a gallon of milk, otherwise you're paying like $9 at the gas station, then I would go, you know what, I'll just wait and do something different. But since I live like 2 minutes away from the nearest Publix, I'm just gonna go get that in a minute. We're gonna start some stuff and then we'll run while it's rising. I was like, how can we utilize this? Because today I need to make, look at, more bagels. The bagels, look how bagels, how many did I make yesterday? Was it 16, 13? I think it, or 14. I think I did 6 and or maybe 12. I don't even know how many I did. Maybe it was 12 and 12. There's 4 left. Okay, this is good. This will get eaten for breakfast today. So I need to make more because that was very good. So I'm going to do a bunch of stuff today. We're going to, what should I tell you? Okay, we're going to do bagels. We're going to do pretzels because the kids have been asking. And then I'm going to do some donuts. I made donuts a long time ago in my deep frying era when we got that big giant deep fryer sent to us. And we were just deep frying everything, corn dogs and apple fritters. And then there was just so much deep fry. I was like, ugh. So I'm like, you know what? We just did our chicken last week. That's about it. But I'm like, I'd like to make some donuts again because when I made them, they were good, but we had so much stuff, it was just a lot. You know what I mean? So I would like to do some donuts. So I found a recipe for Boston cream donuts. My kids like those. And then I was thinking I would just do some like glazed ones. So some dipped glazed ones. So I was looking at both recipes and I'm like, do I have to do 2 different doughs or can I use the same dough for both of them? So I'm gonna kind of see how that is. I don't think I heard the ice. So we'll see, but I'm gonna need milk for my recipe and for the dipping chocolate because we're gonna make like a chocolate ganache. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just run to the store. But first, I thought, why don't we start our doughs for the pretzels and the bagels first. So I've got my yeast in there with my sugar and my yeast. And I thought I'll let that sit for a minute while I'm chatting to you. And then we'll read our scripture. And then I'll add the flour, get it mixed up. And then let it, while it's mixing, I'll get my dinner rolling in the slow cooker, get that part done. And then hopefully by then the dough will be mixed up and I can let it ferment, rise. While that's rising, we'll run to the store real quick and we'll go get literally 1 gallon of milk. I have to go shopping this week. I just didn't plan it today. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, Aldi doesn't open for a little bit, but Publix is open. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'll literally go get milk, come back. Who cares that gas is $4.35? What? I know, it's crazy. Thank goodness it's right down the road. But and we'll do groceries tomorrow afternoon because I got to do some running as well. So it's going to be an amazing day. It is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to bring you along. We got some scripture for you from my handy trusty jar of beautiful Bible verses from autumn. And this one is 1 Thessalonians 5:18. It says, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Do you know that God wants you to be thankful in all circumstances? What? That doesn't make sense, Amy. That's just a mean God. My circumstances aren't good. He's just a mean God. No, he wants you to be, there's always something good you can find. You can always find something good. Always, always, always find something good in your life. I know you can. I know you can. So be thankful for your circumstances. You don't have to be thankful for the bad things. You have to be thankful for the opportunities God has placed you in. That's what you have to look at. Yeah, but I have a bad situation. No. We're not thankful for the bad situation. We are thankful that God has placed you because you are a strong woman. God has you in that place to do whatever he wants you to do for that particular situation. I don't know what that is, but God has you there. So he wants you to give thanks to him because we have a whole job to do. We've been reading scripture, learning scripture. There's a lot of casting to the Lord, not worrying, not fretting. The problem is we do all those things. And then it's like so hard to thank God because we don't like our circumstances. Well, we were supposed to do a bunch of things. that we're not doing. We're supposed to have some humility, a lot of humility. We're supposed to be thankful. We're supposed to pass problems to him. We're supposed to not worry about things. We are to tithe and trust him with our money. And then he promises abundance. He promises taking care of. So all of those things, I'm working on it too, people. Constantly. I was going for a walk today and I was like, oh, nope, I'm not going to think on anything that is not lovely, pure, of good report. All those, there's like a whole list of them, but those are the few I remember. So when I was walking and I had to stop, I'm like, am I thinking of things that are lovely, pure, and of good report? Okay, I am. Keep going. I'm like, am I thinking of things that are lovely, pure, and of good report? I am. And so I had to, you got to train yourself. We are built in our society. Our society has taken us to, I guess, well, let me say, depends on where you're at. If you have grown up in a, I'm going to say a very well-rounded, I don't know what the word is. Nobody's perfect. So just a good Christian environment. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just where there's positiveness, there's encouragement, there's a family that looks to God for things. And then you go to church and you're surrounded by people. I know there's tons of people everywhere that don't. But I'm just saying, if your whole circle of life is that encouraging, it's good to get with a body of believers. There's a reason why. And you've got people building you up, and when you got a problem, they don't go, woe is me. They go, okay, I'm sorry, but what does God say? That's a great thing, because it keeps you rolling in that right mindset. So when you do start getting negative thinking, they say, why are you thinking like that? That's not how we should be thinking. And they help build you up, and they help get you right on track with those things. So that's a great thing, right? It's a good thing to have those body believers to be together for that reason. And so if you have that, awesome. If you didn't, probably a lot of the world, because we've been indoctrinated with things. We get even in church, you'll sit there and, well, it might not be God's will for that. It might not be God's will for that. Even though it says that in God's word, it might not be his will for your life. Well, he does say you're going to have trials. He does say that. But he does say you're going to have this. So nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. So you can get the real down kind of person that indoctrinates you, and you start thinking doubt in your life, in your days, and then you start kind of dwelling on that. And the devil would love that nothing better. He doesn't have to take you out. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has to put a little seed of doubt in you so that you doubt God. Like, think about that. That's pretty smart. Like, same thing with Eve. In the beginning, he didn't have to just strike her down like the devil. He didn't have to just kill her and take her out because that was the only way he was going to win her. All he had to do was place doubt in her mind. That's it. That's it. Did God really say that? How many people, well-meaning Christian people that are unbeknownst, I've probably said the same thing too, not perfect, not that, whoever said, well, did God really say that? Well, God doesn't really do that. Wait a minute, you got to stop that and you have to think, where is that voice coming from? Even well-meaning Christian people, they can be wrong too. What does God's word say? That is what you hold on to. That is where you get your truth. Yeah, but this is our life. We live in a different world in the Bible. No. God would not give you the Bible to say that you live in a different world. The Bible is there for you, for a proof, correction, and a book for knowledge, for life. That's what it's there for you to learn to live with. So follow it. Don't follow people. Don't follow people. Be encouraged by people. Get motivated, get fanned up, get stirred up, get excited for your day. And that's what you follow. That is what you follow. So give thanks today. So even though I'm out of milk, I went, okay, I'm going to give thanks because I can drive down the street. It is only 2 minutes away. I'm going to do it in between my food making here, and it's going to be okay. And I'll come back and we'll make the rest of our stuff. So it's going to be good. So you ready for an amazing, wonderful Wednesday? Baking day at the Marriott's. So, okay, let's go over here. So I've got both of my mixers out. This one is Bagels. This one is Pretzels. Look at that foamy, yeasty stuff in there. I was just going to make one batch of Bagels, but then I thought, if in reality I know that's what the kids are going to eat because they're woofing through the salami. They're woofing through I know that'll go away today, so I will just make the double amount. So Bagels, Pretzels. So I'm just going to turn this on so I won't talk to you. And you guys know the recipes. They're on here. This is the bagel one. I did that yesterday. I'll give it to you again. Hold on, let's get you. There's a bagel. And then this is the pretzel one over here. The pretzel one works really well. We did, it's in my original cookbook. These are all in different cookbooks because I have multiple ones out there. But the pretzel, we did hot dogs wrapped in pretzels, like a bagel dog, and those were really good. That was the intention, a pretzel dog, not a bagel dog. this would be a bagel dog, this would be a pretzel dog. And they were very good. And you can still do that, but I think I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to today. The kids have always asked, I haven't had that canned cheddar cheese in many, many months. I have it now, but I haven't had it. And so whenever I made pretzels last time, they're like, do you have the cheese? And I'm like, I don't. And they're like, oh. So I have the cheese now. I pulled out a container, and I've got some for Jensen too, so he can enjoy them as well. So I'm gonna turn these on. We're gonna mix everything up. So let's do the bagels first. And well, actually, we can turn both on, but we'll focus mostly on this until we get it to let's mix in, then we'll go to this one. So, all right, let's mix. Okay, so that is gonna mix up over there. So what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight, remember I made the ribs for Greg, so there's enough ribs for him today. I did cut off some of that meatloaf, which is so good. It was so delicious. I'm like, oh, I don't mind making it like that day, but when you make a big batch of it, you do like real good with all your spices. Ah, it's so good. So there's a little bit left today. Like I have enough leftovers for lunch. There's a little bit of meatloaf, there's some chicken in there, there is some veggies in there, some mashed potatoes, and then I made Greg a plate, so he's got the ribs and that, enough for him. So I thought the kids, this is Wednesday, they have church, and so the dinner, sometimes they eat at church, depends on what they have. It's kind of good. They do like different meals, so sometimes for teens, because teens love food. Do teens love food? Yes, they do. So sometimes they have pizza night, and sometimes they have snack night, and sometimes they do cereal night, sometimes they have nachos and tacos, and just depends on what it is. So sometimes it's good food, sometimes it's just junk food, which is fine for teenagers. So I like to have food regardless, so that if they need something, they have something to eat. So these are my porcupine meatballs. I think I pulled these up to make them this past weekend. I never did. So these are amazing. They are very, very good. Basically, it's a meatball with rice in it. What it does, it pokes through the meatball. So I'm gonna kind of brown these like right now while I'm running after this is mixed up. And then when I come back, I'll add like it's tomato sauce, Worcestershire, salt, garlic, pepper. Is that it? And onion powder, and that's it mixed up. Oh, and chicken broth. It's about a cup of chicken broth too. They are the best. These are the best. I enjoy these very much. So that'll be a simple dinner. So the kids come home, they got some protein, grab that up and eat it. So this will be good. So I'm gonna leave this on high right here. And then let's come back here. I think our dough we can add the next batch. to refill my flour container. I got a few more minutes on there. I put the lids on it because it keeps it warm, so you know that process goes on. A little bit of coffee left here. I'm gonna take the rest of my coffee and then fill up the rest for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm putting them in ferment now. This one has a summer-winter setting. This just has a regular scenting, but they look good. Look at it. Look at that. It's nice and squishy. And this one looks good. Nice and you push down, it pops back out. Okay, so this is gonna ferment. It's not gonna do anything. Meatballs I can leave on over here too. Those are just, when I come back, I'll add my stuff. Okay, let's go run to Publix real quick. Always doors open. Here's my shoes. These are my favorite shoes. I used to like the ones with just the strap across the top. They didn't have them, and I got the two straps. I'm like, that is much better. I don't know if it's because I'm older, but it works good. Okay, this thing's gonna be like, why are you not taking me? All right, let's go to the store. All right, quick driving. I'm just gonna go get a gallon of milk. That's it, or whatever they have, quarts or gallons. This is a smaller Publix. A lot of the neighborhoods have like their own public shopping center. So don't buy anything else. I'm not gonna take anything, just milk. So pretty. Okay, I'm not gonna look at anything else, even though all the food looks delicious. It's nice not having to go shopping for quite some time. I'll have to go tomorrow, obviously, to get some veggies and more milk, but it's always good to see. Publix is one of those stores where everything's mostly pretty expensive, so I try not to shop here unless I find something a really good deal, but it just depends. All right, let's go this way. Okay, let's get some. I like to always see the different stuff they have. They have so dairy, coconut, French vanilla, yummy. I don't do creamer at all. Oh, they have a lactate one too. I mean, Jen's never wants coffee, all the good flavors. I don't normally get these, but this will get, look at, buy one, give them free. So yes, you're spending $7, but you're buying two for one of them is $3.50. I know they're like $4.50 at the store. I'll get some of these to do just a quick pick up in the afternoon. I think I'm gonna do like, hopefully they have a big lactate. Right here, lactate, yeah, $7. Do they even have what's green wise? See, it's still $5 for there, so I might as well get the lactate. Is that a gallon? 96 ounces. How much is a half gallon? No big deal, but I mean, I'll just get this one. Get some regular milk, but I know the kids don't like the Publix milk. If this was buy one, get one free of Majesty Palm, $30, they'd be $15 a piece. Those are kind of nice if I was a plant person, but you know I'm not. Okay, so when you go in the store, you always buy more than you need, but I forgot the coffee was just a treat. I thought about that even beforehand because I was like, it'd be nice to get a quick pick-me-up coffee. I did buy, I think it was my birthday the last time I bought like a cold coffee, the espresso with creamer, and then I just never even drank it all. So Autumn was drinking it. I said, go ahead and drink it. I said, I don't even want it anymore. And then today I was thinking, I could go get a Starbucks for my day because it's going to be a long day. So I was like, I could just get a Starbucks, you know when you want treats. Don't do them very often. But then I was like, nah, I can just drink my juice with the vegetable juice that I have in the refrigerator. I'm like, that'll be fine. I was like, well, it'd be good to get a coffee. And I'm like, it's only $5 usually. So then it was only $3.50. I'm like, that's actually not bad. So then as I was walking by, I did, let me make sure that all came up like it's supposed to. Yes, $3.50, that's kind of cool. Then when I was walking by the cold section, it wasn't intentional, but I did see the sour cream, the lactate sour cream. That is something I will have to come by when I go shopping tomorrow, and I can't get lactate. I'm probably going to just go to Aldi. More than likely, I might go to Detweiler's, which is the veggie store, the veggie and meat store I usually go to, but we'll see. Depends on how my day rolls, so I can talk with you and drive, can't I? I won't look at you, I'll look at the road. Anyways, and so I will need to get some of the lactate sour cream. So I'll actually have to come back to Publix. So that actually saved me a trip because they were 2 for $5 here. So I only have 2 more. So that was good. Okay. Overall good. I got a big gallon, it's not a gallon, whatever it is, milk. And then the 2 coffees. And I'll have a little coffee tree, which will be nice. If you ever want to treat yourself to coffees, I always, and you don't have to, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's traffic. Lots of people coming in. There's nowhere to go up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there they go. It's one of those things like, yes, you can go to the fancy coffee places. They're great. I mean, I guess if I could get that every day, that'd be awesome. But if you just buy like, even those coffee drinks, they're like $5. Okay, so normally $5 to $6 depending where you're at. But if you drink one, it's like you can break it up into 3. If you want to do smaller, do 4. That's still cheaper. It's like $1.25, right, for coffee if you break it up into 4 days. So for me, I'm always like, you know what, that's a nice treat. I remember getting the pumpkin one. Ugh, the pumpkin one. I would still do the pumpkin one if they had it. So it was one of those things that, you know what, that was a pick-me-up for the afternoon for $1.50. That was a deal. So I didn't mind having that. So whatever you need, mamas, for your day. Okay, green means go. Check for walkers. Yay. So this is nice because it's literally... I don't even think it's you wait longer at the light. I think it's like a minute up the road. So I could have ran to, there's a Dollar General that's even closer in a gas station, but I don't think they have the lactate milk. And I don't mind getting gas station and dollar store milk, but I don't know. I feel like maybe Publix if it's day colder. Who knows? So anyways, all good things. So I'm happy with what I got. Now, look at gas. It's $4.30. I'm going to complain like an old person. $4.30 for gas in our area. Wow. I just saw that in the news, it said Tampa Bay area, the highest, not the highest in the nation, the above average for the nation. And so then I was like, yes, I'm hurting. $4.30 for gas because it was just $4 a couple days ago. I think in the weekend we filled up. And then I just drove out last night to pick up Autumn and I saw it was $4.30 and I was like, ugh, crazy times. But thankful for city living. I remember when gas was $5 back in 2008, but we had to drive all the way around the country, so we had to drive a half hour into town, and we had a big giant 15-passenger beast of a van. That thing took gas. I just had $20, and I was like, Lord, I've been praying, Lord, we've got $20. We'd fill it up. We'd have a gas station right by our house, and I would purposely like drive and drop everything on the right, and then turn around, come back, and do the other way on the way back home. And that way, I was like, Lord, help us to get home and get safely. And that $20 always went. I did what we had to do, and that was right back to empty again. So it's so good how God provides. God supplies what you need. So very thankful for that. All right, pulling in the neighborhood. Oh, there's a little sandhill crane in the pond. A big one. I like those birds. They're really pretty. Not much of a bird person, but now they live in Florida. There's so many different kinds. They're just very beautiful. My mom would have enjoyed them very much. She passed away 3 years ago. She really liked her birds a lot. I didn't appreciate them when I was younger at all. And I do now as I get older. So, okay, let's go stop. Let's go home and I can start checking our dough that we do have. And then I can't wait to make some new donuts. Kids will be excited. I'm going to try them. Try the Boston cream ones because they really like them. I'm obviously not going to be able to do completely dairy-free. It's one of those treats where Jensen always eats it. He's like, it's so good. So I know we're going to use vanilla pudding mix, which is fine for him with the lactate milk, but you got to make a ganache icing, and that uses heavy cream because you need the fat in the cream. So I was like, I wish I could do like milk, like lactate milk with butter, because the butter doesn't bother. But I don't know. I'd have to Google if that's sufficient or not. We'll see. But it's one of those things. It's always like, I'll just suffer. But I would like to make a couple of those. Greg likes the chocolate glaze, so I'd like to make some of those, and then be able to just do some regular glaze ones too. So, all right, look, I'm already home. It's only been a few moments. All right, let's go in. All right, I'm back. Like I didn't even miss a beat. Maxine even lifted her head up and went, like sniffed. I said, yes, I've been out, Maxine. You didn't even know I was gone, did you? She's like, no, you were sleeping. Okay, so we're gonna start, I'm gonna start on my dough. Even though it hasn't risen for as long as normally I like it, I'm gonna use my mixer for the donuts because I wanna make sure they turn out good. Don't stick. So I will start with the bagels. This was about as far as I did yesterday. Actually, I didn't even push start on that one, but it's still warm. I was like, why is it off? But it's okay. So they're still a little bit. It's not like they're terrible. So let's, it's gonna be good dough. Let's do the bagels. And then yesterday I dipped them in baking soda and sugar water. I noticed that you could taste the baking soda. No one said I can taste that or it tastes like a pretzel. They were good. So for pretzels, you do baking soda as well. So I'm thinking I'll just keep the same water and go from there. Look at look at that. That's some good dough. Okay, let me put parchment paper down. I left my trays out from yesterday, so they're exactly the same. Let's cut this off. Let me roll them out and do 6 and 6 bagels. So I put milk. We're going to be doing a recipe for the, I guess maybe I'll just tell you when I do it all at once. But the milk, I had to get it heated and the butter's got to melt in there. So it's almost there. What I'm going to do is get my pot of water boiling for these because they will be ready to go in. And then I'll mix up the dough for the donuts and then the pretzels will be ready. I've also got stuff for the meatballs. We'll get those into. And then I thought about those little pretzel sticks. Remember I made those last week for the baking day? Those are very good. The kids, we ate them right up. I need to add more seasoning. I didn't add enough, or I think I added extra bags in after, but it was very good. They really enjoyed that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll mix some of that up because I got pretzels and I got all this stuff. So let's get a pot up for over here. Wide works better. You can put more in there. Sugar in mine and baking soda. I know. Different. So that, let's see if my milk is still a little warm. Let's keep moving, doing other things. So the meatballs, I guess I'm not gonna wait till they brown because, you know, impatience. So in here, add a can of tomato sauce. I just put everything right in here. Tomato sauce, I will put water in here. 1 can of water. Let me go get my spices. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna add, I'm gonna say Worcester sauce. Just a little bit, like a tablespoon, that's it. That's all you need. And then I'm going to add chicken powder or the broth that I would have normally mixed together. I have realized that you don't even need to do that. It mixes just fine. Put some garlic in there. I could get the roasted garlic, but this works good too. And then powder. I've come to like my powder. I always was like, but it does mix really well. And then salt and some pepper. That's it. You can mix it right now or just wait. The meatballs are a little bit, you know, they're not frozen, so it's okay. Just mix a little bit. As it starts cooking, you can mix it up some more, but that's it. This is number one meal. Number one meal in this household is porcupine meatballs. Who would have thought? Not I. Okay, water's gonna come to a boil. While I was thinking about it, I grabbed little croutons out of my cabinet and I thought, why don't I heat up soup for lunch? We only have a little bit of cabbage vegetable from yesterday and then I have 2 more in my freezer. Frozen salad, I'm gonna get a pan to do that. Lunch is a far way off, but it was just something to think about because I saw the crouton things and I'm like, I forgot to get those out yesterday. Everybody likes the soup. One of those things that I forget, like, oh, they really do like that. So, all right, I think we're good for the temperature of the milk. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take my little mixing bowl here. I'm gonna get some warm water. Okay, so what we're gonna do in here, we're gonna put 1.5 cups of warm milk with 5 tablespoons of butter. I did that in the microwave already, melted and cooled down as well. Now, temperature is gonna be like 115 degrees, 110 to 115 degrees. Put that in the mixing bowl. I'm gonna put in there, I've got 1/2 cup of warm water and 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, and then I'm gonna add a fourth cup of sugar. I'm gonna mix this up. This is gonna sit for about 5 minutes and get nice and fluffy. Okay, when you're at a standstill, do something else. So I've got my brown paper bag here. I didn't think this was an important step. This is an important step because it absorbs the oil. Pretzels right here. Now these are thin ones, which would be good. Actually, no, they're not. They're just Walmart. But I feel like Walmart's are thinner. They're crispy ones. They're thinner than Aldi kind. So the last time I mixed it in a bowl, did it together? No, just mix your butter and oil separately and pour it on top. So what I'm doing differently is I'm adding popcorn butter because it's that good. I feel like that's a good choice for us. You can do melted butter, you can do margarine, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to do a half a cup of that. The original recipe is just canola oil. Canola oil or salted butter, unsalted butter, but I'm just going to add popcorn oil because it's very good. And then the ingredients that I add, okay, so I did, oh, where's my other one? Hold on. Lemon pepper. So if you put some lemon pepper, I'm not going to be skimpy, I'm going to do real good. It's half of a teaspoon. Too good. The lemon does really good. And then it does have you adding salt, but I'm going to only do a little bit because of the, it's 1 teaspoon because of the buttery stuff. And then it's ranch. It's about 2 tablespoons. So 1, 2, rough. Ooh, big chunk went in. That's a little bit more, but that's okay. And then it's dill weed. Oh wait, that's thyme. Hold on. I was able to find thyme the way I like it, so that's why I didn't recognize it on there. So okay, dill weed's about a half of a teaspoon. We'll do about there. Okay, then it's cayenne pepper. I don't have cayenne pepper, and then garlic too. I'm gonna have garlic in there. Do they even have? Yeah, they have garlic. A teaspoon of garlic. They have cayenne pepper. I'm sure it's really good. I'm using Old Bay seasoning because Old Bay is really good. So I'll go like that. I'm not afraid to do that. Okay, let's mix this up, and then we'll pour it right over top. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, pour that over top. These are going to be delicious. Last time I didn't let it coat as much, and I was like, I'll just do less, but you want them to be wet looking, you know what I mean? Or you want it to be wet looking. Let's see if we can, because the bag is going to absorb the rest of the butter. So what I do is I put it over here and I shake it occasionally. I'll sit here and think about it, I'll pick it up and I'll just shake it and get that going. Okay, what are we doing? Is our water boiling? Let's put these away, and then our water's probably boiling. We can do our bagels. Okay, while we're waiting on that, let's do these right here. Do I need any salt to this? No salt. Other donut recipe, I do have salt in there, but the butter does have salt, so it'll be okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I got my mixture, right? We got our milk, butter, warm water, sugar. Now I'm gonna add about 3 cups of flour. It's not sticky. You want it stretchy. Okay, oh, sorry, the sunshine makes the darkness. It's time to shut the windows, but Maxine she's looking at her, she's living her best life right there. You see her? If I shut the window, look at, she can't bask in her. There's a doggy living her best life ever. If I shut the window, she can't live her best life ever, people. Okay, let's add the flour in here. While that's going, I'll just come over here, shake the bag. Ooh, got that oil coming out there. That's some delicious stuff though. Oh, those are gonna be so good. The meatballs are going. Water is almost coming to a boil. Got the oven on for the bagels. Soup is cooking. Great day. Couldn't ask for a better day today. Even haven't run to the store because I got coffee. Even though I talk fast when I'm busy, I'm sorry, I apologize. I think someone said last week, they're like, you're talking way too fast. You must have been very busy. I do. If I am just chill, I have no worries to get done at any time, I'll go a lot slower, but most of my life is busy. So I've had 10 kids. So you gotta do things fast. You gotta eat fast, you gotta cook fast, you gotta dish out the food fast, you gotta change babies fast, you gotta do fast, 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 because there's so many of them. That's what you gotta do to be efficient. So, but I've been a fast talker my entire life. That's just me. So slow down if I need to, but just talk. I'm just quick. We grew up in Michigan, fast, moved to the mountains, and my good friend, she's a Southerner, and she's very slower talking, and she's like, oh, I have to like listen a little bit, and so I have to be reminded that not everybody is a fast talker. But when I get with my friends in Michigan who are quick, we can talk like forever. And then I also have friends in the mountains that are quick talkers as well. So I just gotta keep up with somebody that's like me. And there's some people that watch that are like me, but I know there's a lot that are just slower talking, not slower, normal pace talking, I guess. So I apologize. When I do get busy, I get going, especially today because I have to leave. So I need to get done because I gotta go edit for about an hour and a half, get my kids, and get out the door. I just gotta fast move. So I apologize for you, but YouTube has this little thing. I love it. I use it. What I do is I listen to pastors, and to me, they're slow talking. So I speed up their speed to about 2 to 3 times the amount, and I can get done real quick with a sermon because I listen quickly. My brain goes that way. And so there's dots on there. For me specifically, I'm just kidding, you can slow myself down and I go much slower. So I've had the praise on both ends. Some people like it because I did fast talking, we got to the point, we were doing it, yada, 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 here we go. But some people don't appreciate the quickness. So I guess I apologize. That's just me though. It's not something I just made up. I've been doing it my whole life. That is a person that I am. So, all right, let's do more here. We're almost down to 3 cups. This will be 3 cups right here. Okay, this is boiling like fury. So we're gonna dump the bagels in here. These are amazing and great. Look at that, just nice structure. Very happy with these lately. I think it's the longer, my water's a little tall, the longer kneading time. So usually you can do 4, but my water is a little hot. I just gotta be careful. Oh, look at that's already boiling too. Let that come back to a boil. I'm gonna do my egg. I can just do this right now, I guess. Crack 1 egg. Let me whisk it. Come over here. Let that come back to a boil and I can get these in here. So just brush these. I think maybe the original recipe had me just doing egg. Either the white or the yolk. Probably the white, right? But I found that it's fine. Just don't even bother wasting your egg yolk, just put them all together. So brush that on real good. Must be a sleepy dog. She is like out today. She'll sleep, but I don't think I've seen her sleep that soundly in the kitchen. Must be like a sound machine when you've got the mixer on. So good. Okay, this is good. Brush on. Save this for the pretzels because that'll be next. Brush on your egg. Actually, it looks really good. Let me let that finish mixing. Alright, so the first donut thing is going to sit in there and rise. I decided to make the little knots with my pretzels. I normally don't like doing that because I'm like, it's so long, but I'm like, we'll see how they do because usually they fall apart or something, but we'll just see how they roll. So I'll probably just do some basically like nuggets, so I just like to roll them out and just cut them. Think of like a pretzel nugget, or well, you probably, yes, my kids have had them at like the Auntie M's, is that what it is, Auntie M's? Or the Auntie Pretzels, I'm trying to think what it's called, but they've brought them home and stuff before. So they like either one, but I will just roll this out, do little chunks, because it does rise up. When you put it in water, it's gonna rise over there a little bit. So I just did 4 on there, but 2 little trays here. The bagels are cooking, and I'm just flopping them, switching them, because I do a high bake, so the top will brown. So I just have to make sure they don't burn. So I'm putting on my sermon here while I'm working, so that way I can pay attention to what I'm doing here. All right.
And Scripture said he always.
All right, just see that was a little toasty on my fingertips. I'm like, I haven't burned my fingertips in a long time, but it's all good. So I've got all of these. Bagels came out. You saw those when Maxine woke up. She's like, my sunshine's gone, people. Sorry, Maxine, you were sleeping good. She's like, can you cook some bacon today? Look at these. They're so good. Is it the baking soda that makes them more brown? I don't know. I have made these. You've seen me make them. They just don't get that brown, but these are getting much browner. So this is delicious. I've got, what do I have 2 for? I have 12 of those. These are the pretzels. Those are going to be ready to go in here. So I'm going to get some water boiling here, and we'll plop those in just like we did. See the little nugget things puff right up. So those are good. And then the donuts are in here. Do I do 2 batches? I'm afraid to just do 1 and then go, oh, it's not that good. But how many donuts do you need? Do you know what I mean? So if I end up doing another batch, because I am sure this does 3 cups of pie, that's like a lot. I'm afraid to make another one and then go, oh, that's like so many donuts. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to do some that are like the Boston cream. I can do some with chocolate dip. Maybe I'll just do chocolate dip ones. You know, we can save the other ones for another day. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's do that. So let's that's gonna come to a boil. I guess I will wash this out and then yeah, put my stuff away here, and then we'll keep going. All right, we're multitasking, are we not? We are. So I kind of put away my flowers. I have a little bit here left. Hopefully I can use it to roll out my donut. And if not, then I can put it probably in the other container. So I'm going to make my filling for my Boston cream donuts. Now, I'm not going to make custard, which would be the real thing. I'm going to do vanilla pudding. That's an alternative. That's what you can do. I do have 1 package. I think I got this for Mama Bell's cookies, and I guess I don't have any more, so that's okay. So I'm going to do a little less than 2 cups. Is 2 cups still, right? Yeah, 2 cups of milk. Just whisk this together right here. It's simple. I know it's going to be a little different. It's not going to be a real one. I get you. It's just something easy instead of making custard from scratch, which I don't want to do today. So just stir it and put it in the refrigerator. We still have time for the dough to rise for the donuts. So I'm gonna let those rise. I was gonna do the ganache, and I think I need to do it over the stove top, like with a glass dish and a bowl and a pan. I hope I can do that. Can you put a pan up, like if I have like a ceramic one, can I put that directly in my pan? Or is glass better? I'm not sure. This is boiling away here. Let's get the big ones or small? I guess I'll do the big ones here. All right, let's dump these in. Oh, fluffing. These are just small pieces. I don't want to put these in here yet. If you have a shorter pan, you're going to risk water spilling out, so be careful. These don't go as long as the bagels because they get a little metallic taste in them, is what I read, but we've never noticed it, so I think it'll be good. I'm just happy they stayed together. Sometimes when you do this, if I don't pinch the ends, they kind of like come undone when you boil them. So that's good. Okay, good. So I guess I could have done a few more in there. Okay, let's do, I feel like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna do this pan here. These can go in the oven. These are gonna be more like, you could do this as a bun, right? So some look like a blob if you don't really make them longer. Like this more like a pretzel, this more like a blob. But you can also use that for a, like a bun too. So nothing's wasted. Nothing's wasted. I'm gonna put them like, so I wasn't sure how bigger they would get. All right. Okay, let me do this and then I'll get this one in the oven. So I'm gonna put egg wash on them. Some kids like salt, some don't. I put a couple of the pieces on just real light. Okay, so these are good. I'm not gonna put salt on these. I figured they're on the big one, so that will work. The kids, I don't think they really like the salt. Greg likes it though, so I'll put it on there. If somebody wants it, they can. This right here, this is my double boiler. Hopefully it works. I just have the pan with water. I don't know if it has to be on the whole sides. I don't know. But it's got cream in there. So I've got 16 ounces of cream. So I put that in there, and then it's equal amounts is what it said online. So I will add 2 cups of chocolate chips in there after that is simmered and getting warmer. And then we'll make the chocolate ganache. It says it will last in the refrigerator, so I'm hopeful because I don't know if I'll use it all up. We'll see how the donuts go. Different recipe, trying them out. Not something we make all the time, so I'd like to, it's like the pretzels and the bagels. I'm getting better. I think the bagels I have figured out good. Pretzels are new, like I still would like to, they're good, but I still would like to learn better techniques rolling them out, which that just takes time. And then donuts, I don't have that perfection down yet because we'll just go to Tim Hortons. We don't go often, but when we do go, it's like, yeah, you know, there's like 5 kids, so everybody gets a different kind of donut. So it works though, but maybe they'll learn to like these ones if they are good. So we will see. Okay, I'll put this whole pan in here. Ooh, that's a lot. All right, those pretzels are more like a bun, but that's okay. They'll be nice and they'll like them. We'll have a bagel pretzel. That's what we can have. The only thing I don't like about doing the little ones like this is that when you're spreading your egg on top, you know, you got to do a whole lot more than just a big giant thing. So that takes a little bit more time. It'd be great to drop them in a bag or something, shake the egg all over them, but I know that's not. I don't think that's the way to do it. No, I know it's not, because it would make the dough all weird. So look at this, we're doing good. Like I'm looking at my clock, I'm like, normally I'm kind of done by this time. I still have a few things, I still have the donuts to do, but feeling really good for a person that had to go out today and get milk. I think my reward is the coffee, and I'm super excited for that. God, it's the little things in life that keep you rolling. Kids have a long night tonight, so I don't worry about getting them up super early. I mean, some are awake, some machine's still going, but some are working later, so I don't mind having them rest in. Because tonight's always longer. Teenagers need their sleep. Yes, they do. And then sometimes if you get too much water on your pan, like your parchment paper, it makes them kind of soggy too. So you want to kind of make sure you shake I did on the last batch, I noticed that. And so you want to make sure you kind of shake those down real good. Okay, look at that. Okay, this will go in the oven. Let me do this last pan here. We're doing real good. I have to, I got some pretzels out here. This was doing good. It was coming to a boil. I think you just shut it off. And then I gotta add 2 cups of chocolate chips. So let's see how this. It says stir with a metal spoon. I don't know why. Oh, it's already melting. Oh wow, nice. So the bagels are done. The pretzels are coming out. They're sticking to the paper a little bit, but I think that's the water situation. And so, just, you know, not all of them, but just to be aware of it. Oh, look at that, that's gonna do great. This is one of those things where you trust the process. It's gonna look pretty after a minute because it doesn't look very pretty right now. So the one I did Sally's Baking Addiction because she's a tried and true baker, and it was equal amounts of chocolate and heavy whipping cream. She said that you could, if you needed an alternative, to do a canned coconut milk. But again, the one that can't do milk does not like the coconut flavor. So that is quite all right. Look at that. Is that going to work? Did I do that at 2 cups? Did I do that at 16 ounce limit? I know I did. I'm double checking after my last hamburgers. 16 ounces of chocolate chips to cups is 2 cups. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. 16 ounces. Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I had that right. Doesn't ganache get real thick? Hold on a second. Where's mine? All right, so just keep stirring. I gotta check my stuff in the oven. Just gotta make sure they don't burn. Okay, this is gonna be great. I assume it gets darker as it cools. I've never made ganache. No, not at all. So I would think this would get real dark right now, but maybe not. Just gotta mix it real good. Is it wrong to use a whisk? Can I use a whisk? It's that metal spoon, it's a metal whisk. That's it. You need to need a little whisk. So I'm gonna take this out of here. Oh. That looks darker like I'm thinking. It doesn't look super smooth. Is that because it's chocolate chips and there's like stuff in the chocolate chips versus like a chocolate bar? I don't know, or maybe it's just not melted all the way. Or maybe it's just bubbles. All right, it's probably just bubbles. Okay. Put this in here. All right, we'll clean this out. Let me put them on the bottom. Maybe that'll help them. Maybe they just need a little more cooking on the bottom. They just want to stick when I want to pull them off. I don't want that to happen. Let me put this away. So see what they look like? See, I mean, it's not perfect, but you can see a little see-through it, and this is going to be more like a bun. Live and learn. It's good. My kids like the little nuggets. This is their favorite. Just go up and grab it and dip it in cheese sauce. I guess I'll clean my counters later. Okay, is our dough ready? Let's see. This will be our last thing. Will be the dough. Oh yeah, okay. All right, so let's get this dough, and I believe you just roll it out. That's good dough. When I was rolling out the bagel one, the dough smelled almost sweet, so I was like, it didn't. I don't know what I was smelling in the kitchen, maybe, I don't know, meatball or something, but I was like, I kept sniffing it because I'm like, it smells sweet. Maybe it's just a sweet smell in the air. Look at that. Okay, this is gonna be good. Roll this out, and then we're gonna cut it, 1-inch thick cutter, cut and rest for 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, so what was helpful is, this oven has been a learning process. I came here, I was super excited because it's like a professional oven. And I was like, I hate this oven. I hate it. It doesn't cook like the old school ovens do. There's not even a self-cleaning feature. And so we've been here 3 years. I'm finally learning it. I thought it was, the temperature thing was bad, thinking, why does it burn here? Why does it not do here? Learning things. But what I found, if I put it on high bake, that browns the stuff. And so the top of it, but I was kind of taking some off and some of the bottoms were sticking. Oh, I guess it does want to stick a little bit. Not too bad. But the bottom I just needed to put on the bottom oven. So look at these. These are great. I let those sit and cool so I don't burn my fingertips. Here is the dough. Look at this. We're gonna roll this out. I can do a whole big thing, I think, right? Yeah, let's just do. There's a little seed in there. I don't want to seed because it's savory. Let's roll this out, and then I've got the round cutters. And there's a couple seeds, sesame seeds. There's just on the countertop. Look at that dough, wow. And we'll cut the donuts. Keep it smooth. Okay, so for these ones, I'm like, that's not a ton. The recipe I saw, the lady said it made like I don't even know what she said. It was a lot more than what this is gonna make, but that's okay. I'll make this today because it's new. And then tomorrow, we still have we have 2 more days to the rest of our week. Tomorrow I'm gonna be out, I gotta do some running shopping, but Friday, I can make some Friday more donuts. So, because we have a lot of bagels, that'll be breakfast. There's a lot of bread for pretzels, they'll enjoy that. And then if the donuts are like a winner, I can either make the same dough, or if they go, it's not our favorite, then I'll go, okay, let me change the dough and try it different. So I'm just gonna cut them into whole round ones, I think. I don't think I wanna do, or do I? This is the problem. Do we do a whole lot or not fill them and just, I mean, you could do this a dipped one, right? Just like a fluffy dipped donut. Yeah, instead of the middle cutout. All right, we're trying things, people. This is all new. So let me cut these out here. Look at that. That was how thick she was showing it too. Real close. The less dough you have to cut out. Maybe it will end up making a lot. I think it will. They rise pretty good too. So, okay, let's just be safe. Let's just put 6 on a cookie sheet. Thank you, Miss Carol, for my paper. It's making my life great. Okay, we're gonna put this right over here. I will cover it in a little bit here after I get this done. This looks a little big right here. Yeah, because this is like having a dozen donuts, obviously. So we will be careful so we're not doing too many. And then if it's a winner, we make them again. I mean, who's to say we can't? I usually don't, like if I deep fry something, because I'm gonna use my deep fryer, the oil I save, and I think before I did, yeah, that's only gonna make literally 12. Okay, gonna make a dozen, that's okay. I got some new, obviously, oil, and I'll put that in my deep fryer, and then that way, if it's still good, we'll just make more in a couple days, you know what I mean? It's all about trying things out. I think the kids like, what else do they like? They like the deep fried Oreos, so this could be like a note to my head. I could get some Oreos and deep fry them too. I have pancakes. So we'll see how they go. And if they even like them, or if they go, ooh, those are not my favorite. So I'll probably just do like half with custard and half just plain. Again, try it. If it ends up being something they like, then awesome. If not, no big deal. Okay, so this is, yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, roll and cut. Okay, while those are rising, I'm gonna do a cleanup here because we're gonna be deep frying, and then that'll be it. Finish the donuts up, which will be awesome. See the grease? I just saw somebody's comment. They said they put them in the oven to get rid of the grease. Oh, wow. Those are delicious. Wow, those are really good. Winner, people. Okay, let me clean up my mess. Okay, I cleaned everything up, wipe my stove down, so that's done. I just have to mix the cheese up, just heat it up. I'll do that in a little bit because there's still stuff breakfast. These are all the pretzels and bagels. Look at those. Like, yeah, look at that. That's right there is good. That's good. Nothing I do. It's just time and learning. These don't look amazing, but they're still good. They're still delicious. They don't look horrible. They're just more bigger. But you got little, nuggets right here. So these are done, and then the pretzels in the bag are delicious. I'm gonna let them soak in the bag for a little bit. The porcupine balls, see what they do? The rice kind of pokes through. So what I can do right here is kind of take a fork and just kind of do a little stir. Now they're a little bit thick, firmer. Even if you didn't do this, they still mix up really good. These are so delicious. If you haven't made these, make these. We really enjoy this. Okay, there's that. Keep a lid on that. We're gonna let that keep cooking on high. What I've done is I put my deep fryer in the sink. Note to everybody that do not put it in the sink if you do not know the dangers of water and electricity. Don't mix. My water's over here. There's nobody else down here but me. So I will be cautious and careful. I do this so it doesn't splatter everywhere because I don't like grease. I don't like grease everywhere. I can put it right here. I can put it in a thing. I can put it outside. In my sink, I feel is the best for me, my home. I do it outside, but it's pretty toasty out there. So the donuts have fluffed right up. Yep, they have. All right, so you want to be really careful. Look at see how big they are? Yeah, they're big. So those big donuts. That's okay. Maybe that's where she got a lot. She had smaller ones. hers look big too. So let this go to 350 degrees. I'm gonna turn my fan on so you won't hear me, and then we'll deep fry all of these. And I'm set on here to cool, and then I have to kind of poke a straw in there and kind of squeeze in some of the pudding for the Boston cream ones, and then I'll dip it in the ganache sauce. So that looks more like ganache now. So I'm excited. We'll try them, and if they love them, we'll make more. Maybe that'll be our treat for Easter, because I was just gonna make, we'll see how they like them the first time. I was gonna make cherry pies for Greg, and then I thought I didn't want to make too much more, and I said, what about like just brownies? And the kids are like, yeah, we like brownies, but if they end up liking donuts, maybe we'll make more donuts. So we'll see. All right, let's just turn the fan on, turn our sermon on, and just deep fry away. Okay, I don't know about any of y'all, but I have never felt more confident that these are gonna be amazing. Amazing. Baking is not my, I can cook and I can make things taste really good. If they taste bad, I know how to fix them. That's something I know confidently I can do. Baking, it's newer, just because I've had so many kids. This season of my life, I'm able to bake more, so. But making these, stuffing these, and the chocolate, I'm feeling good. I don't care for a donut like this at all. I'll try a piece, but I know I won't love it just because I don't like the creamy filled ones, but my kids do. So doing this, I'm like, oh my goodness, this I think is gonna be amazing. So this was great, I'm excited. So I'm hoping everybody will love them and I will make more. So I put them in the refrigerator. So basically take a chopstick. I just have a bag, I don't have the hard point. So when you squeeze it, you're gonna have to kind of you can feel it going inside. So I don't wanna do too much, but I feel like that's good right there. Filled it better tight. So I wanna do less filling instead of more. Normally it'd be an overfiller, and I don't want them to go, oh, too much filling. So I think I'll err on the side of less. You can totally fill them right up, that's awesome. And then if they love them, because I don't know if they will, then I will make more. I might even have enough in this bag to save for, you can see them puff right up. My goodness, I've never done these, never done these. So if they do, so how many is that? 4, 5, one for her. So maybe I'll just do, I don't know how many I do here. I'd like to do a bunch, but if the kids don't like them, it's gonna be one of those things that they're like, yuck, you know what I mean? I think they'll love them, I really, really do. So super happy with these. So, okay, put your chopstick in there, make a hole. So again, this is great. I mean, I know there's jelly-filled stuff. My kids like jelly-filled ones, so that would be great. And then dipping in here, this is the chocolate ganache. Look at that. Greg, last time I made donuts, he's like, if you can figure out the great topping, and I was like, how can I make the fudge? Because he likes the chocolate dip. I feel like this is gonna be amazing. Amazing, people. I will let you know by letting the kids try them here. I put one in the refrigerator so it was cooler. They're like warm temperature. I could have probably waited till they were cooler, but I'm anxious to get them done. So we'll do these right here. Should I do the rest? Which ones do I do? Do I do the rest all filled? Let's do one more. That'll give me 4, 5, 6. So this is awesome. Such an awesome thing. So I am super stoked. So I can't wait for the kids to be down here and try out the donuts, and then I'll just do some plain. And then it'll give me confidence to do, that's a little bit warmer. Give me confidence just to do like a regular donut where I cut out the middle and do this. It's gonna be all about what's the dough taste like, you know, but that's a lot. I don't think that'd be much chocolate stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna put this on here and you're running a room, maybe. And then I think it sets up after a little bit. It says you can speed up the process by refrigerating it. Wow, I'm feeling very confident. Okay, kids are coming down to hear the sound machine off. Everybody's up and laughing. So this is great. Oh my goodness, super excited. Okay, I'm definitely a lot of chocolate. You know I'm gonna have to make more. Okay, I feel like I should make one more because I have this little bit here. You could probably do 2 more with that. I could probably just, ooh. That's a little bit on there. I think, there's a tiny little bit. I hate to, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I closed my video, but I wanted the kids to try the donuts. They all came down. It's April Fool's. I totally forgot. And they're like, I'm like, oh my goodness, look what I made. I brought this up. They're like, you did not, Mommy. It's April Fool's. I'm like, no, I promise. There's a whole refrigerator full of them. So I had my little plate. So I cut them up. The chocolate still has to harden up. So they had them when they're a little bit, I say gooier because it has to harden. But Maddie and Autumn, what you can give me your honest, like what does it, it's obviously not hard. So take that into consideration. What is it? What?
April Fool's. No, they're good.
They're good?
All jokes aside, I think it tastes exactly like it, but the chocolate's more.
It's mushy. See, look at it.
No, not mushy. Just.
Yeah, it's not there yet. Look at it. It's
So
like
9 out of 10.
it's melty because, but I think as they harden, they're in the refrigerator, they're gonna be way better. So I will let you guys know tomorrow. But I feel like winner on the donuts. So I'm excited for them to have it. So I am done right now. I'm gonna close this video. We are gonna put this on my computer, edit. We're watching House of David. We've got the porcupine meatballs for dinner tonight. We've got pretzels and they're eating bagels right now and life is good. So have a fantastic rest of your day. They're coming close to me. I feel them. I feel them coming closer. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. We'll do more live.
Bye.
Bye.